That down. Let's move on and talk about something delightful, shall we? Craven the Hunter may or may not be delivering, but I'll tell you what is Star Wars Skeleton Crew. Last week, watched the first 2 episodes after being, lately horribly disappointed with Star Wars TV. Like horribly disappointed. Like ever since Andor's been like the one saving grace. Andor in the first couple of seasons of Mandalorian. Obi-Wan, Ahsoka, Acolyte, Mandalorian season 3.
Boba Fett.
Book of Boba Fett
Was stupendous.
A lot of woof.
Emphasis
now,
on
I've been looking forward. I've been looking forward to Skeleton Crew because John Watts, the guy who directed Spider-Man, Homecoming, Far From Home, and No Way Home, and Wolves, who did a great job in all those films, is running the show. So I've been kind of excited about it. Got excited when I saw the trailer. It had that Emblem Entertainment, that Goonies kind of feel to it.
Uh-huh.
And then the first 2 episodes came out, completely delivered in spades. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. So I've been really excited about episode 3. Now, even though all those Star Wars shows ended up being disappointing, they usually start well. So I've been a little bit nervous. Okay, just because Skeleton Crew started well with the first couple episodes, that's not unusual. They go downhill normally after that. What would episode 3 give us? Awesomeness. Loved it. It took that momentum that the first 2 episodes gave us. It is starting to build the mystery, build the narrative. It's asking questions and then delivering some answers as we go, as opposed to some shows that say, there's a bunch of questions and then wait till the last 5 minutes of an episode to deliver some half-assed answers. This is like, okay, so who really is Jude Law? Okay, episode 3. I don't think we got the total picture, but he's Crimson Jack.
Crimson Jack.
Which I love that name. The whole thing about the mystery, the jewel worlds of the Republic, they're building mythology. There's one lost planet that nobody's ever found.
And we found out that there were multiple ones.
Yeah, the jewels of the Republic.
Yeah,
I think, what was it, 6?
Yeah.
6 or 7, I can't remember.
Something like that.
And all that kind of stuff. The kids are starting to figure out there might be something wrong with home. Come to think of it, why are all of our parents analysts? So the characters are starting to develop, even the kid characters starting to develop skepticism and stuff like that as the mystery for them starts to build too. I read some criticism about the owl character, Kim.
Owlie.
I loved Kim.
Kim was great.
I loved that character.
Oh, I thought her name was Owlie.
Owlie.
I just kept calling her Owlie.
In this movie theater.
Yeah.
That's
Owlie.
when it's the gal from Arrested Development doing the voice.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
I was wondering who did the voice.
'Cause I couldn't figure it out, and then I was like, wait, that's Leah. That's what? No, she's doing incredible work
The
here.
mom
She's
from
doing,
Arrested
no,
Development?
the kid on it, the daughter.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just to go again, every time I love Smee. Smee is getting close to challenging, what's Alan Tudyk's droid's name in Rogue One? I keep forgetting. K2SO?
Yeah.
Okay. Smee is getting close to challenging K2SO as my favorite droid in the Star Wars universe. That whole thing about, listen well, they be from somewhere. Walks out of the room, walks back in.
She's just
That
that's
killed
what Nick
me.
Frost would have done on set.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's so good.
oh my God. Jude Law is killing it. He really is. His chemistry with the kids, we knew that was going to be important. His chemistry with the kids are great. Like really, really good. Again, the mystery. Okay, he's a pirate. He's not a Jedi.
All right.
Or
How
maybe.
is he doing some of the things that he's doing?
Or maybe.
Or was he a force-sensitive kid at a Jedi temple who left at an early age? I mean, I don't know. Is it all just smoke and mirrors and tricks? He is a pirate after all. Anyway, the whole thing with the X-Wing fighters at the end is like, well, I mean, like, wait, why couldn't they shoot it down? X-Wing pilot says it. We didn't want to risk the kids. It's like, of course not. And again, it's just put together so well. Is it a little on the nose pirate adventure? Yes, but I think it's exactly what it should be. And I am just so happy. This is not many Star Wars shows have had me still happy at episode 3. And here we are, and I'm still thrilled. I love the way this thing's going, and I loved what I saw. Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of this video, Mando. Guys, I've got to tell you about something that changed my whole body care game. Mando Whole Body Deodorant. Now, I first heard about Mando last year when they offered to become a sponsor of the show, and I was honestly skeptical. I mean, a deodorant can't really control odor for 72 hours, can it? But after using it myself, I am a believer. You can use it anywhere on your body, and I mean anywhere. It's clinically proven to keep you smelling fresh for up to 72 hours without any irritation. I'm loving the Clover Wood scent, but they've got options like Bourbon Leather, Mount Fuji, Pro Sport, and even unscented if you prefer to go stealth mode. I like to use it after the shower, before the gym, or even important meetings. It's that reliable. And right now, Mando's got a killer deal. New customers get $5 off their best-selling starter pack with my exclusive code CAMPEA. That's over 40% off. Just go to shopmando, that's shopmando.com, and use the code CAMPEA. Seriously, guys, if you want a deodorant that's aluminum-free, baking soda-free, and just works better than anything else you've tried, it's time to make the switch to Mando. So don't wait. Control body odor anywhere with Mando. Head over to shopmando.com and use the code CAMPEA and get $5 off your starter pack. Trust me, you're going to love it. That's at shopmando.com. Go and check it out now. Chris, I know you really liked the first 2 episodes. What did you think of episode 3?
Oh, I love this so much. I think this is so great. And I love the AV Club article that was out about this episode too. I think nails it of, yeah, this is Treasure Island in space. How has Star Wars not done that before? It's right there. It's right there. And it's so, so good, especially if you're a person who liked Treasure Planet in addition to the Goonies and all those Spielberg things. This is so fun and satisfying. Jude Law is killing it already in this show. I'm so excited to see what else he does in this. I love him as Crimson Jack. We all know this. My favorite trope is reluctant space parent. Reluctant dad to orphan is my favorite genre of all time. And I'm really excited for him to continue bonding with these kids. I loved the Easter eggs in this episode.
There were a lot of them.
The little BD-1 battle droid, all these kinds of fun things in there. Alfred Molina pops up in a cameo.
I didn't know that.
He's the kind of parody looking.
The one, sit down with your old crewmate.
Yep.
That was
That's
Alfred
Molina.
Molina?
Oh.
Yep.
That's I had no idea. That's
so
awesome.
good. This episode is just great. And then we are doing some fun intrigue, lore building questions because, okay, well, Neil knows about Alderaan. Not that it's been destroyed, but knows about that planet's existence.
Coruscant and Alderaan.
Yeah. Well, remember, because in school they are taught about the Republic. They know they're part of the Republic. They know.
Yeah,
you missed the war.
Yeah.
What war?
Yeah. And they're like thousands of planets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they all freaked out just seeing stars, you know? And so these are some really fun little questions that are starting to be kind of pulled at here right now, right? And I'm hoping that it has a satisfying end. That's kind of my thing throughout here.
Sticking the landing is tough.
Okay, we have this really great mystery surrounding At-Aten, but are we going to have that mystery solved in a way that feels earned and feels satisfying for this journey that we're currently on? But that's also me getting ahead of myself, and I'm trying to just enjoy the ride of this show because it's so fun. It's so fun, and it's just so joyful. And I've missed that in Star Wars. I love when we can have Star Wars that is a interesting one, kind of wondering like how this political intrigue happens or how this kind of war effort happens. I do love fun stuff in this sci-fi universe though too. So this has just been an absolute joy to watch.
There's a third mystery in the show that I don't really see anybody talking about, which is, what is the deal with the ship? Whose ship was that?
Right.
Like,
and it has Smee on it, so like
it's like so what brought them to that world? Is it a Area 51? It was just their ship just had malfunction. They crashed on a random planet. Were they pirates who were actually in search of At-Aten? How long was that ship on the planet? Why does it still function so perfectly well after being buried underground for so long? I mean, these are questions that need to be answered.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of people who have theories about At-Aten and whatever, and like the kids are even starting to speculate, well, there is no great treasure. What's the great treasure? And then the kids realize it might be the most obvious one. The Old Republic credits. We're loaded with them, and they are apparently the most valuable things in the universe.
People were going nuts for them.
Well, and the idea too of whatever the great work actually is.
Yes, now that's key. And I think that's ultimately going to be the heart of the main mystery of the entire thing. What is the great work? I haven't read a lot of Grant. I read the first High Republic novel that came out. And I didn't think it was bad, but I didn't think it was good enough to continue reading them. But as I've been told, like throughout, the Supreme Chancellor in the High Republic era had a number of projects that they refer to as a great work. So I don't know if this is going to tie into High Republic. Is At Adden itself a product of the High Republic? Does At Adden go even further before the High Republic? Like, does it go all the way back to the Old Republic? You know, who knows? A lot of mystery still out there. All I know is this. The show is fantastic so far. Yeah. The kids are killing it. Little Geordie LaForge girl, I am loving her.
She's wonderful.
I am loving her. All the kids I'm loving. Neil is a galactic treasure.
Neil snoring?
Oh, I didn't catch that.
When
they were sleeping on the ship?
When he's sleeping on the ship, it's just these tiny little like.
I just remember when he screamed, it was like.
I stand by. If anything happens to that sweet little elfin boy,
the great work is buried in his DNA,
do?
and they have to kill him to get through it.
Robert Downey Jr.'s Dr. Doom should show up and kill Neil.
Yeah,
you want to really set. But I wish you were there, Chris, because we're watching the first 2 episodes, and Anne loves Neil, just like not. But when it took a little bit for her to notice Neil's hair, and how it's side comb
like he's on
it.
his way for his first communion.
She almost broke into like he's the most adorable.
Perfect.
Now they got to do a spin-off show. Baby Grogu and Neil go on a big space adventure.
I just want a sitcom of Neil's family. I just want him and all of his little siblings
play whatever game they're playing
with his loving parents.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He was all rubbing his tummy when he
was hungry.
Oh yeah, when he sees Jude Law eating, and he's
feed him already. Feed him. He was like looking at it like.
Ray's so passionate about food and the lack thereof.
Did you notice that they cut back to that? Back to Jude Law eating, back to Neil rubbing his tummy, back to Jude Law, back to Neil rubbing his tummy. Every time they did it, I giggled more.
I love that one thing where he's like, "Oh, clean this up, droid," and he looks at it, looks at him.
It's like, what do you think? Who do you think I am? Yeah.
It'll be interesting because I kind of figured this one was going to be fine because it's still David Lowery, so it'll be a nice continuation of the last episode 2. But we are getting into the Daniels.
The Daniels is episode 4, right?
I got it right there. Daniels, then Jake Schreier, and then
for those of you wondering who are the Daniels, they are the Academy Award winning directors who directed the Best Picture Academy Award winning film Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah.
And they're directing the next episode. So I'm so stoked. But then look at the rest of the lineup.
Yeah, then we got Bryce.
It's just killer's row. It's a killer's row of directors for this thing, which is so great. I can't wait to see Bryce Dallas Howard's episode. Anyway, guys, question is for you. Did you have a chance to see episode 3 of Star Wars' Skeleton Crew? If so, what did you think? Hey, listen, maybe it's not for you. And that's perfectly fair and perfectly fine. If it's not for you, it's not for you. Maybe you're like me and you absolutely loved it. I'm adoring this thing so far. I'm starting to believe they're going to keep it going, unlike the other Star Wars shows have. Anyway, whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.